नमस्कार। श्री श्री रामकृष्ण कथामृत। तव कथामृतं तप्त जीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमंगलं श्रीमदादतं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः। श्री श्री रामकृष्ण कथामृत प्रथम भाग सप्तम खंड और चतुर्थ परिच्छेद. So we are taking up after a long gap the reading from Sri Sri Ramakrishna Kathamrita, the first volume, 7th section and the 4th chapter, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna in Bengali. And we have seen that in our previous reading that at the start of this 4th chapter that Sri Ramakrishna has come down from the Samadhi and Naren has gone out from the room. He has gone out through the eastern door. He has gone to the eastern veranda where Pratap Chandra Hazra is sitting and Naren is busy talking with him. Sri Ramakrishna opens his eyes, comes down on the normal plane from high up, from that eternal plane, from the divine plane. He has come down for the sake of all those devotees and disciples who are sitting in front of me. And Sri Ramakrishna notices Naren is not there. So what happens? Doesn't matter. Sri Ramakrishna, who has so much been merged in the oneness with his divine mother after Naren sang that beautiful song. Sri Ramakrishna said, Agun joli goche. He says, the fire has been lit. Ekhon thaklo ar gelo. Whether now he remains, this my dear beloved child, whether he remains in this room or goes out, it doesn't matter. Now the fire is lit. Now I am one with my divine mother. Now the child is with his mother. Now let us talk. And then Sri Ramakrishna gave that beautiful, just as he came down from the Samadhi, he gave that, he told us, he told the devotees and he told us that Chidananda arop koro, tomadero ananda hobe. Merge in the divine bliss and automatically you will attain all the joy. Automatically you will attain that bliss. Tumadero ananda hobe. Chidananda ache. And Sri Ramakrishna once again is insisting that Satchidananda is very much there. So what? Just he has veiled with the veil of Maya, with the veil of delusion, with the veil of illusion, doesn't mean that Chidananda is not there. Very much, 100%, that consciousness, that divine consciousness is very much there. Vishaya Shakti joto kombe, Ishpore rotimoti toto padbe. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, the moment our attraction, our attachment to the senses, to the desires comes down, as it comes down, Ishware roti moti toto padbe. It is inversely proportional, the attraction, the attachment with the desires and dedication to the Lord, dedication to the Divine Mother, the love for the Lord, the love for the Divine Mother, it automatically increases. And as Sri Ramakrishna spoke those lines, that as our attachment, as our attraction to the senses comes down, our mind tends to go more towards God. One part less here, automatically the balance goes up there. lesser of sense attachments, more becomes the attraction towards the God, towards the divine. And as Sri Ramakrishna said this, captain, Vishwanath Upadhyay. Now Sri M is telling the dialogue between captain and Sri Ramakrishna. Captain, কলিকাতার বাড়ির দিকে যত আসবে কাশি থেকে তত তফাৎ হবে, আবার কাশির দিকে যত যাবে বাড়ি থেকে তত তফাৎ হবে. Now, taking a clue from Sri Ramakrishna's teaching, the lesser you get attached to the senses, more you go towards God. Now, Captain Vishwanath Upadhyay is giving another simile to make this point further clear among all the devotees, that Calcutta badir dike joto ashbe, as one starts coming in the direction of Calcutta, totoi Kashi theke toto tofat hobe. He comes away from Kashi, like supposing the person is standing first facing towards west, towards Kashi, and suddenly he turns his back and starts coming towards Calcutta. Then the distance between Kashi and this person automatically starts getting enlarged, and he starts coming nearer and nearer to Calcutta. Abar Kashir dike joto jabe, again when it turns and starts going towards Kashi, what happens? Badi theke toto tofat hobe. He will get distance from his house in Calcutta. So this is what happens when we tend to reduce our attachment to the senses, to the sense objects. Automatically we start moving forward towards the divine. And on that, Sri Ramakrishna, again he gives example. Sri Ramakrishna, Srimati joto Krishner dike eguchen totoi Krishner deho gandho পাচ্ছিলেন, ঈশ্বরের নিকট যত যাবা যায় ততই তাতে ভাব ভক্তি হয়, সাগরের নিকট নদী যতই যায় ততই জয়ার ভাটা দেখা যায়. Now Sri Ramakrishna gives a beautiful example of not just getting away from the senses and going near towards the God. What actually happens when one starts getting nearer to the divinity? For that, Sri Ramakrishna is now giving the example. Srimati is Radha. Joto Krishner dike eguchen. When Radha advances towards Krishna, what happens? What is it that Radha gets after getting advancing towards Sri Krishna? Totoi Krishner dehogandho pachhilen. Only then Radha smells that sweet fragrance of the body of Sri Krishna. Only then, when a devotee goes towards the Lord, when a child goes towards the mother, advances towards the mother, he perceives that beautiful fragrance, that divine fragrance, that divine love, that divine affection, that divine compassion, that divine bliss as one goes towards the divinity. Ishborer nikot joto jaba jay. As you advance, as you come nearer and nearer towards the mother, as one comes nearer and nearer towards the Lord, totoi take bhava bhakti hoy. Only then one develops loving devotion for the Lord. Simply sitting, amongst the sense objects and indulging with the senses, he cannot go near the Lord. He one cannot enjoy the bliss of the Lord. For that, one has to go near the Lord. And as one starts progressing, going towards the Lord, as one starts advancing towards the Lord step by step, the fragrance, the love, the devotion, the compassion starts pulling the devotee towards the Lord. And only then, totoi tate bhava bhakti hoye. And as we start going towards the Lord, then we get that love-filled devotion, that loving devotion, that intense yearning, that to go towards the God. We only then get into that mood. Shagorer nikot nodi jotoi jai. As the more the river advances towards the sea, what happens? Totoi joar bhata dekha jai. Only then one can see the ebb and flow. Not till the time, till it is a river. It is a river, fine. Moving at its own pace. Moving, taking turns and winds and all these things. But the moment, it is only when the river starts approaching near that sangama of joining into the sea, that is when one starts observing the jar and bhata, the ebb and flow. That is what Sri Ramakrishna has told now. Gyanir bhitor ekta na gonga bahti thake. He says, within a man of knowledge, within a jnani, what happens? The river, the Ganga, is flowing only in one direction. Soham, aham brahmosmi, that kind of thought process. It is only one way. There is no other thought in the mind of the jnani. It is a one-pointed, single-pointed thought process that he has. Ekta na Ganga bohite thake. Tar pokkhe sob shopnobot. Te shorboda shoshurupe thake. For him, for a jnani, for the person of knowledge, everything else is a dream-like. Shopnabot. There is nothing real in this universe. Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. That is what the jnani feels. The jnani thinks. Te Shorbuda Shoshurupe Thake. The jnani always is merged in the own self. In that Nirakar, Nirguna Roop. Nirakar, Nirguna Brahman, the jnani is merged in. Bhakter bhitor ekta na noe. And Sri Ramakrishna says, Jor bhata hoye. He says, in the life, in the mind, whereas among devotees, those who are following the path of bhakti, those who are following the path of devotion, for them, it is not just one-pointed route. It is not that Brahma Satya and all else is false. No. Jor bhata hoye. Only the devotees, they see the ebb and flow, the high and low, the rise and fall. They see all these, the play, the Leela of the God, Leela of the Lord, Leela of the Divine Mother, having get birth in this Prakriti. Having been born in this Prakriti, they experience all this play of Maya. They experience this ebb and flow. They hashe, kande, nache, gaye. That is what bhakta do. The devotees, they laugh, they cry, they sing, they dance. Hashe, kande, nache, gaye. They laugh at they smile. There is always that beautiful smile on the face of the devotees, contemplating on the Divine Mother, contemplating on the Lord. And the moment The mother is away. The moment the Lord is away, they start crying. Oh mother, where are you? Oh mother, why you have distanced yourself from me? Oh Lord, why you are not giving shelter to me? Why you are so away from me? And they start crying, can't they? Nache, they start dancing in delight, chanting the name of the Lord like Sri Chaitanya. Hari go, Hari Gao, Hari Gao, Hari Gao. And Gai. They start singing the glory of the Divine Mother. They start singing the glory of the Lord. That is how the devotees, that is how the bhakta they behave. Not like the jnanis. For jnanis it is nothing but Brahma Shakti Jagat Mitha. Aham Brahmosmi. That is the only thing jnani knows. Jnani does not get involved in this play of Prakriti by way of the devotion, by way of singing, by way of dancing, by way of smiling, laughing, crying. These moods are not for the jnani. Bhakto তার সঙ্গে বিলাস করতে ভালোবাসে. Devotee wants to spend time enjoying with the God. That is how the jnani spends time only in contemplation on the Satchidananda. That's it. But the bhakta, the devotee, he wants to spend time in all these manner by laughing, crying, dancing, singing, and times to and enjoys to spend the time with God in this manner. Bhakto tar সঙ্গে বিলাস করতে ভালোবাসে. কখন সাঁতার দে, কখন ডুবে, কখন উঠে, যেমন জলের ভিতর বরফ টাপুর টুপুর করে. So Sri Ramakrishna gives this example for the devotees, for the bhaktas, that the devotee sometimes he swims, sometimes he dives. Kokon সাঁতার দে, kokon ডুবে. Sometimes he dives deep into the ocean of the Satchidananda, of his Lord, of the Divine Mother. Doob Roop Shagore. Likewise, sometimes the devotee, he will swim in that ocean of the divine. Sometimes he will just dive deep into that ocean of the jewels and the pearls and such a treasure. Sometimes kokon uthe, then sometimes he just rises. No more playing around, no more diving, no more swimming in that divine bliss, ocean of divine bliss. He will just get up. যেমন জলের ভিতর বরফ টাপুর টুপুর করে সকলের হাস্য. When Sri Ramakrishna gives this example of the ice, you put the ice inside a glass of water, it goes down and then again it comes up to the top. It comes up on the surface of the water, that ice. You put it down again it will come. And the bhakta is like that. Sri Ramakrishna says the devotee's condition, the devotee's makeup is like that. Is like that piece of ice which is kept in water. You immerse it at the bottom, again it will come up. In the same way, the bhakta, the devotee, sometimes will get immersed in the ocean of this bliss, ocean of the Divine Lord, ocean of the bliss of the Divine Mother. He will just get immersed, and at next moment you will see that again comes up and starts saying, oh, I'm in the world. I'm no more in the ocean. I'm in the world. I'm in the world of which is a play of my mother. And the bhakta starts looking at everything in this world as the embodiment of my mother, as the manifestation of my mother. For the bhakta, this world is not unreal, not like the jnani. The jnani says, Jagat Mitha. Bhakta doesn't say. Bhakta says this whole entire Jagat, this entire world, this entire creation, this entire universe is filled with the spiritual illumination of my mother, with the divinity of my Lord. This entire world is merged with. It is manifested by it. That is the manifestation of my mother. It is not dreamlike, which is very much true. Like my mother is true, even this world, this creation, this universe is also true. And therefore, Sri Ramakrishna says the devotee, like the baraf, like the ice, tapur tupur kurave, sometimes goes down deep into at the bottom of the ocean and then again comes up to enjoy this beauty of the mother's creation. So that is what Sri Ramakrishna further taught us on in this our second reading of the 4th chapter. And this 4th chapter reading will continue. In our next reading, we will see Sri Ramakrishna teaching us the oneness of Satchidananda and Satchidanandamoyi. Satchidanando Satchidanandamoyi. Brahma o Adya Shakti Obhe. They are not two. What Jnani is called Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya, and what the Bhaktas say, what the devotees say, even this world is real, it is the play of my mother. That's it. And in our next reading, Sri Ramakrishna is going to tell us about the oneness of these two thought processes, the thinking of the Jnanis and the devotion of the Bhakta. They are not different. And then Brahma o Adya Shakti, the Brahman and the primordial power, they are one and the same. Don't differentiate between the two. There is all unity in the so-called diversity. So that is for our next reading. Till then, Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swamiji.